Have you ever had that strange feeling that someone wasn't telling you the full truth? Maybe their story sounded perfect, too perfect. Maybe something felt off, but you couldn't explain why. Here's the shocking truth: most lies are not detected because people look suspicious, they're missed because we're looking for the wrong signs. Movies taught us that liars avoid eye contact, sweat nervously, or act obviously guilty. But in real life, skilled liars often look calm, confident, and completely normal. Today, you're going to learn the real psychological signs that reveal when someone might be lying, signals your brain notices subconsciously but you may not consciously recognize. And once you understand these signs, you'll start seeing conversations very differently. Before we begin, welcome to Brain Dots, the channel where we connect psychology, behavior, and everyday life to help you understand people, including yourself. If you enjoy psychology and human behavior content, hit the subscribe button now and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Let's get into it. 1. The biggest myth about lying. First, let's destroy the biggest myth. Liars do not always avoid eye contact. In fact, many liars do the opposite, they maintain too much eye contact. Why? Because they know people associate eye contact with honesty. So they overcompensate. Instead of natural, relaxed interaction, their gaze may feel intense or forced, almost like they're trying to convince you rather than communicate with you. Honest conversations flow naturally. Deceptive ones often feel slightly rehearsed. So instead of asking, "Are they looking at me?" ask, "Does their behavior feel natural?" And more often your intuition often detects inconsistency before your logic does. 2. Their story has too much or too little detail. Truth usually comes with balanced detail. But lies tend to fall into two extremes, too vague. A liar may avoid specifics. "I was just out. Nothing really happened. It was normal." They keep things general to avoid being caught in contradictions, or too detailed. On the other hand, some liars overload you with unnecessary information. They describe tiny, irrelevant details hoping it makes the story sound believable. Ironically, honesty doesn't try so hard. When someone adds excessive explanations you didn't ask for, your brain senses effort, and lying requires effort. 3. Delayed or unnatural responses. Truth is remembered. Lies are constructed. When someone tells the truth, answers usually come naturally because they're recalling real experiences. But when lying, the brain must invent information, check consistency, and predict your reaction. This mental workload creates small delays. You might notice slight pauses before answering, repeating your question first, buying time with phrases like, "well," or "let me think." It's not the pause itself, it's when responses feel calculated rather than spontaneous. 4. Body language mismatches words. One of the strongest indicators of deception is incongruence, when words and body language don't match. Examples: saying "I'm not upset" while tightening fists, smiling without movement around the eyes, or nodding while saying no. The body often reveals emotions faster than words can hide them. Why? Because controlling speech is easy but controlling unconscious body reactions is much harder. Look for mismatches rather than single gestures. A single movement means nothing, but patterns matter. 5. Sudden changes in behavior. The best clue isn't comparing someone to others, it's comparing them to themselves. Everyone has a normal communication style. If someone suddenly changes, talks faster or slower, becomes unusually defensive, stops using humor, or becomes overly serious, that shift may signal discomfort. Lying creates internal stress, and stress changes behavior. So instead of memorizing lying signs, learn people's baseline behavior first. 6. They become defensive too quickly. Here's something interesting. Honest people usually try to clarify misunderstandings. But liars often move quickly into defense mode. You might hear, "Why are you accusing me? You don't trust me, that's crazy." Notice what happens: the conversation shifts away from facts and toward emotions. This tactic redirects attention from the question itself. Psychologically, defensiveness can be a shield used to avoid deeper questioning. So next time you talk to someone, remember, liars don't always look nervous, truth doesn't always sound perfect, and the biggest clues are often small inconsistencies your brain already notices. If you enjoyed this video and want more psychology insights like this, make sure you subscribe to Brain Dots.